Greedy for gain, it takes away the life of its owners. My name's Arthur, thank you for joining me. As we read in chapter 1 of Proverbs, the fundamental steps for gaining wisdom and discretion, the ability to make good decisions in the variety of circumstances of life. And we've seen that the foundational proposition is that we are accountable to God. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. The source of our instruction in what is right and good is first of all our parents. Now we come to the next section from verse 10, which shows the source of the main pressure that will bring disaster on our lives. It is greed for gain, and it is used by others to entice us to do evil. Let's read from verse 10. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait to shed blood. Let us lurk secretly for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them alive like Sheol, and whole like those who go down to the pit. We shall find all kinds of precious possessions. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in your lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Keep your foot from their path, for their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, but they lie in wait for their own blood. They lurk secretly for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone who is greedy for gain. It takes away the life of its owners. May the Lord bless these words to us. So the main trap that will destroy our lives is the desire to take a shortcut. There are people who will come along beside us and entice us. They will say, come with us. We can rob, we can steal. You don't have to go to work. Look, there's a house over there that has everything we want. We'll just go and take it. If somebody tries to stop it, we'll kill them. We're strong. You join us. We're a strong band. We will win. And we won't have to go and do this tedious work. And furthermore, we'll all have this wealth together and we'll share it together. Advertising is the trap, is continually drumming into us that we need this and we need that and we can have it now. There are advantages of joining in with the crowd that is racing to get gain. And to be greedy for gain is to destroy your own life. So you want to take advantage of others. Of course, this is the evolutionary principle, survival of the fittest. The one who is strongest takes from the one who is weakest. But it is completely contrary to God's way and God's word. God's word says we must care for one another. We must do the work today and we will reap the harvest tomorrow. It's established in the crop cycle that you sow your seed. You water the ground and you wait patiently and the fruit comes. Those who would steal somebody else's crop, in fact, reduce the total crop for everybody because they are not busy planting and contributing to the harvest. These people are described as those who go alive into Sheol. There's a picture of that in the Old Testament when there were certain people who, in Moses' time, rebelled against Moses, and they sought to have the honour of being priests themselves, not appointed by God, but self-appointed. God opened the ground up and swallowed all these people. The ground opened, they fell into the pit, and the ground closed up over them. They went alive into Sheol. The same example would be said of those who are caught up in some other natural disasters where people are just overwhelmed. I think of a tsunami. People are alive and suddenly they're caught up and taken alive into Sheol, into death. And I'm not saying that everyone who is swallowed up by the tsunami is greedy, but it is like those who go down to the pit. It's a picture of being swallowed up into death without hope, without future. The promise is we shall find all kinds of precious possessions and fill our houses with them. So we're taking advantage of others. The lure is, you come and join us, make life easy for yourself. But the reality is that you will make life disastrous for yourself. So Solomon's command is, do not walk in the way with them. Keep your foot from their path, for their feet run to evil. This is where the fear of the Lord comes in, because there are things that are right and the things that are wrong, and that knowledge of right and wrong is intrinsically in us all. The unfortunate thing is that the power to do right is not necessarily in us all, but we have choices to make. And when we have somebody urging us to do evil, we know it is evil, but we might be tempted to take it as a shortcut. But if we have the fear of the Lord and the law of our mother and the instruction of our father to guide us, we will know that we should not take this shortcut. We should not take the evil path. Rather, we should flee from the evil path. Their feet run to evil. Let our feet run from evil. Their feet are swift to shed blood and to lay a trap for men. But in the end, the blood that they will catch will be their own blood. They will be killed. They will die. They will be entrapped. They will be destroyed. In the end, will destroy their own lives. God has a way of turning things around on its head, so that the ones who will live long in the land and receive blessing are those who, according to the sixth commandment, honour their father and their mother. Those who do that which is right, who heed the instruction of father and do not forsake the law of their mother, but they are persistent with that throughout their lives. But that means setting aside greed, being patient, being content with such things as you have. Because impatience, greed, the desire for material things, the desire to make yourself rich rather than to care for others and to do that which is right, that greed will take away your life. You will seek possessions and they will destroy you. You will seek power over others by force, and that power will overwhelm you. This is Solomon's warning. This is the big trap, greed. People are greedy today. They're greedy for power. They're greedy for possessions. They're greedy for entertainment. But they are not walking in the ways of God. They do not fear the Lord, which is the beginning of wisdom, and they have not maintained the law of their mother.